Hi, I'm in Logan's International Airport trying to make my way home. A little bit of drama again. I'm on plan D for trying to get home. I thought while I'm en route though, I would talk a little bit more about the accounting rules. There's different kinds of reference data. There's a separation between rules and reference data. The reference data values get used in the rules, but the reference data values have to be maintained and validated independently. For example, a set of reference data values would be like the chart of account. The chart of account values, the chart of balance values, the legal entities, products, customer types, all of those kinds of things are a list of things that we have to maintain and see that they are maintained as valid lists. Adding new things to them need to be authorized, and we have to have a full create, update matrix, deletion matrix against those values. These values, though, then get embedded into the rules. For example, on most financial systems, the chart of account values are mapped and are targets for inbound accounting rules. The source system values that might designate a different customer product, customer type, those kinds of transactions, those are the keys that we have to then translate into the chart of account values for the journal entries that we're creating. So the answers in the accounting rules are things that need to be embedded in this and maintained in these valid lists. For example, we wouldn't want to assign in an accounting rule that some product, some source system product for a retail loan or something like that should be assigned to account 1, 2, 3, 4, have that embedded in a rule and executed, and we make a journal entry, only to find out after the fact that 1, 2, 3, 4 is not a valid account. So maintaining valid list of accounts in a single list is important because those accounts get used in lots of different rules. And then making sure that the rules are only referencing valid accounts is an important thing before you execute the rules. The source systems, the accounting rules, feed to and use the chart of accounts as targets. Usually the targets are used as source values for outbound rules from the platform because we take and develop extracts, reports, different kinds. We use the chart of account elements to do a lot of that outbound. And again, the same thing there. In those rules, you want to validate that the counts and the values that you're using on both sides of the rules are valid values, so that the rules don't execute and produce meaningless, suspended, rejected data. That's often what happens in accounting rules, is that those sort of slip-ups in those validation process will create suspend or rejected items because they weren't valid values. So this process of updating these rules, you have to have a synchronization process, right? You have to have a cutoff that says, hey, as of this point in time, we'll now go be able to use those in updating the reference data. We'll now be able to go use those in maintaining the rules, and all of that maintenance of either the reference data or the rules has to be completed by a particular cutoff time to then get used in any of the processes that are going to execute those rules. And there's a cycle time that goes on, cutoff time that users know about for what the cycle is for being able to do those updates, validate those things, and get everything into a proper working order. This process of doing this has created a need within our business users to maintain these rules just like we maintain source code and have done that for many different years, because these things are very valuable and they're things that we have to have control audit processes around in order to know that they're being controlled so they're executed correctly. That's another aspect of considering what you have to do when you're making rules development for a metric engine.